I've come to explore Whitby and find some images. Why not come with me? Well, good morning, and we're doing something a little different today. I've actually come to Whitby, which is on the the east coast of England, the top end of Yorkshire, near the Yorkshire moors. And today I'm going for an exploration, see what I can find in the town and the area, and hopefully get some good images. So yeah, it is quite early in the morning. I came last night and met up with some other guys that are going to be around, guys that I've agreed to go to Iceland with next year, but I hadn't met before. They were coming to Whitby, so I thought, yep, let's come across. It's an area I've wanted to come to before, so yeah, so got some accommodation, just got up. I'm going to wander into the town, see if I can find some breakfast, and then I'm going to wander across to the Abbey, and which I don't know whether if I lining it up correctly. Yeah, it's more or less behind me there. And then round to a bay where I'm told there's a low tide, which is about 11 o'clock today. There's a shipwreck, so that's quite good. What I'm going to do is I wander around the town. I've got the camera around my neck. I'll get some handheld shots as we go around. It's a bit difficult when you're in a built-up area to get your tripod out and that. So yeah, so we're up on the top. You'll have seen in the background there, there's the whale bones that have been there. I can remember coming up as a child and seeing those. So yeah, and there is here, don't know whether you can see it behind me, there's a map. I'll just video that a little bit. As I say, we'll get some handheld images as we're going to the town and then up to the Abbey, see what options we've got and that. So yeah, I'll stop waffling and we'll see you a bit later. Right, well, we've come up the 199 steps. Well, that's what the sign said, didn't actually count them. Up to, you can see the steps there, and then there's the church here, and I can't remember the name of it. I'll put the name up on the video, and then just down that way, if we try zooming in, is the Abbey. So yeah, we took some handheld images around the town, and as we came up the steps looking back down, how they'll come out, because the light is quite harsh and there's quite harsh shadows, so we'll see. And we're just going to have a wander around here. Did meet up with two of the other guys in a cafe to have some breakfast, that's good, feeling a bit more refreshed, and we're going to head on. So the hotel I'm staying in is across there. It's I'll maybe try circling it. Not hotel, guest house is across that way. So right, well, I'll put the handheld images as in between the B-roll, etc. So yeah, we'll see you a bit later. Right, we've just stopped briefly on the cliff path here, just to take some images, capture some images of the wreck down there that you can see. As far as I know, it's not the one I'm actually aiming for. I think that's a lot further round, but we've got some images. Used the 70-200 fully zoomed in, I think. So yeah, it's interesting. So if they're any good, we'll put them up, and we're going to carry on round here to the bay where I think there's another wreck. So yeah, we'll carry on and we'll see you a little bit later. Right, well, we've made it to this wreck, although there's not an awful lot of it left, and yeah, it's quite interesting. So there's the wreck there, there's a sea stack out there, and there's this rock that is I thought was quite interesting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start recording through the stills camera. I'll just show you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to stick with the 16 by 9 crop, which the video is anyway, because obviously I may even, we'll see when we get home, just narrow it down even to a 20 by 8, I don't know. But we've got the horizon along there on the third down, and then we've, as you can see, we've got the sea stack there, this pretty rock, if you want to call it that, and then the wreck there. And I've done it so the bit sticking up there is between those two rocks there, so you can actually see it. So yeah, it's just got to be careful. The rocks are quite slippy in places, but yeah, it's certainly worth coming. And the only thing we've got to be aware of, but we've got plenty of time, is that where we are, once the tide comes in, we need to head back. The beach is over there, and back up onto the cliff, because this will be totally underwater once the tide comes right in. But it's more or less bang on low tide at the moment, so yeah, it's quite good. So we'll put whatever the best image is up. I'm going to take 2 or 3 different ones. We'll put that up on the video, and we'll see you a bit later. And the other I'll put information up about the name of the wreck, etc. also. So we'll see you a little bit later. Right, we've just been in that cafe to have a bite of lunch and a drink. The other 2 guys that were at the wreck with, they've gone further up or down the coast. There's a lighthouse, but I'm heading back to Whitby now. And the idea is to scout out the Abbey, what might make a good image of the Abbey, and then to go down onto the piers, see what we can get down on the piers, and then head back to my accommodation to at least get my shoes on, get my welly boots off, etc. And then maybe head off into where are we going? We're going down here. Head off into Whitby for something to eat, and maybe a drink or 2 with the guys. No, it's been very good so far. I don't know whether I'm just tired or not, but just standing on the beach before we came back up, I could have just stood there. It's so serene, so pleasant. It's a very nice day today. So yeah, so we'll head back to Whitby and see what we can find there. So we'll catch up with you a little bit later. Right, well, we've come back to the Abbey. We're on this road here and this wall, and if we come across here, there is the Abbey and there's the water. So this is a fairly iconic shot. I have taken some images of the Abbey from here. It's difficult because the wall is quite high, but what I was thinking, and if I can do this, we're going to record on the phone, so we'll just put that to the side so we can so there, hopefully we'll bring up on the phone is Photopills, and the pin in the middle of the screen is where I am at the moment, and we'll just double click that's where we are, and the thin red line is where the direction the sun's coming, and obviously as it goes around, the thick red line is where it will be at sunset, which means it's going to be shining right at me, so we don't want that. But if you look to where so if we drag this along till sunrise in the morning, we'll see that sunrise is on that yellow line, which would then be behind me, and hopefully that would light up the actual Abbey. So what we might do is aim to come here for sunrise, and hopefully get some nice images with the Abbey lit up with the early morning sun in the golden hour. So that's the plan. Whether it's going to be on this video or might be on the next video, I might do another video because I don't know how much we've done today. We've taken quite a lot of images, we've been to quite a few places. So yeah, so that's the plan for sunrise in the morning. We'll stop recording on the phone, and yeah, so hopefully that'll be quite good. And the idea now is to head down to the harbour and go on the piers and see what we can see there. There may not be much. The weather is fairly bland at the moment. The sea is fairly flat, so we're not going to get any waves crashing against the piers, but we're going to go down there. So yeah, I might put up one of the images that I've taken here now, and then we'll carry on down and we'll see you a little bit later. Right, well, we've come to the, I assume what you'd call the South Pier, and we've come right along to the end, and I was hoping we could get on the underside. And you get to the end and there's this, if I just come here and we look up, there's this hole and this ladder you come down. It's just got to take it steady, it's fine. So yeah, that's quite good, and you can see where we were before. If I zoom out, the wreck we went to is beyond those sort of sea stacks that you can see there. At low tide, you can actually walk out to those, but obviously we're approaching high tide now, and they are out into the sea. So yeah, it's I mean, the sun's in a bit an awkward, because if I come around here you can see it's going to blow out, because that's the direction the sun's in. And then obviously across there you've got let's come down, up a bit, and that would be what you'd probably call the North Pier. I think it's almost more east-west than north and south, but that's what we'll call them. And yeah, I've taken probably some mainly handheld shots, looking down there with the thing bending round, which I think is quite good. Not quite sure whether we're going to go to the South Pier, because obviously once we've finished here we go back onto the land and then along into the harbour till we get to the, I think it's a swing bridge or whatever, and then we can get across. And the place I'm staying is up on the cliff top there, just to the right of that lighthouse monument or whatever it is that you can see in there. So yeah, it's been a good day so far. We've got plenty of images, so yeah, we'll maybe take some, see if we can get some more handheld images, whatever best we'll put up, and then we'll head back into town and decide whether we're going to go along the other pier or not. The one thing I was thinking was getting back up to the bones to nearer sunset time, and hopefully, because I think the image I took this morning I think will be absolutely useless because we're shooting into the sun, but hopefully when we get across there now the sun will be behind us and hopefully light up the Abbey and we can get a good image there. So yeah, we'll stop wittering and we'll pop some images and we'll see you a little bit later. Right, well, I'm back at the whale bones, and the best of the images I've taken now I'll put up, and I'm now going to close this video. It's been a good day. It's been a brilliant day. I'm quite tired because it's now coming up 5 o'clock and I've been going since about 8 or 9, which is unusual, not normally out quite as long. So I will put up on the video a map of where I've been. I have had my GPS on, and yeah, a good day. So, and it was good to get on the piers, and you can see the pier. I think you can see the pier behind me there. So yep, that's good. And I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to get some images at sunset here in Whitby, and then going to head up, start heading home, but head up to Staithes, which is just up the coast there, see if I can capture some images there. And I will do that as a separate video, so that will be that will come up if you're watching this as it's come out. That will come out next week. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how long this will be. it's always difficult, this sort of thing, where you're wandering around and taking lots of handheld images, and also when you're with other people. I mean, we haven't been together all the time, but we've been, certainly when we're at the wreck, we're all there, and it just distracts. It's not that I can't do it in front of other people, it just distracts, and you're talking and suddenly you realise you haven't got as much video as you want. But there are lots of still images, and Whitby is a place well worth coming. There's lots to see, lots to do. I was hoping that as the sun went down we might have got some colour in the sky onto the Abbey tonight, but no, it's just gone a bit dull, and the sun's going down. So yeah, I think that covers everything. I'm just wittering on, so yeah, hopefully we'll see you on the next video, again in Whitby and then up the coast. But we'll stop waffling and say we'll see you on the next video.